Thomas here, coming to you from a place called Bighorn National Recreation Center area in Wyoming. I've actually been here for a week, and just haven't made a vlog entry because I've been working this week here. My face is all red, and my face is actually not that red. I don't know, something about this camera likes to make my face red. My skin red for some reason, unnecessarily. Trust me, I did get a little bit of sun yesterday, but I don't have a sunburn. My face is not that red. But yeah, I'm packing up to leave. Kind of sad I didn't get to explore this place nearly as much. I mean, it's pretty darn beautiful, as you can see. I was gonna actually spend yesterday exploring. I did hike up that hill. There's a canyon here. And I went up that, hiked up that hill to see. This is called Horseshoe Bend Campground. And I hiked up that hill over there, and to get to the actual Horseshoe Bend in the canyon. And I enjoyed that. That was on like Wednesday. I did that middle of the day. And I've hiked around this lake, or not around it, but a good part around it. I even found some wolf tracks, I'm pretty sure. Wolf and wolf cub tracks. Semi-confirmed with the park ranger. There aren't wolves here normally, but they are known to come through. We're on the edge, southern edge of wolf country, according to Wikipedia. But pretty sure it was, because it was a big old paw print, and it almost exactly matches what a wolf print should look like, and it was the size of my hand almost. I mean, so it was either a really big dog with a little dog following behind and no human tracks to come of, or it was a wolf and a wolf pup, and I think that makes more sense. Yeah, so I was going to explore this yesterday, but there's horses that wander through this campground. Pretty cool. Got kind of free run of the place. But as I was working, I had Friday off, and I was going to spend Friday. The road goes like 50 miles, maybe more, into Montana. We're pretty close to the Montana border. But you go up that mountain, which I went up. I drove up there. There's a road up there. I drove up there one night and caught a sunset and did a little hike called Ranger's Delight, which was dope. Also took you. And had planned to do a lot more hiking, but I was this close to Yellowstone, and I was like, well, I'm going to come back here. I'll go to Yellowstone next time. But then I started thinking, it's like, well, I might not make it back. There's no guarantees of anything in life, and I've always wanted to go to Yellowstone. And one of the things that has kind of kept me from it on this trip is summer vacation, and it's just being a madhouse. And I prefer going on this trip, was preferring to go to places a little less busy. But I realized, summer vacation's over. It's last day of September today, and Friday, so even the weekend crowd would probably have been less. So I woke up bright and early yesterday morning and said, I'm gonna go to Yellowstone. It's only 75 miles. Granted, I drove another 100 miles inside the park because it's enormous, but yeah, I did make it, and I don't regret it. It was awesome. I was gonna try to squeeze in Teton too, but I just did the Grand Loop and Yellowstone, and I didn't venture even into the branches. If you've ever seen it, there's a loop, and kind of Yellowstone Lake is in the middle. There's a road that goes around the middle, and then these little branches that go out in different directions. I didn't explore any of those branches, but I will be back, and I will go back there. It is awesome. It was even crowded on Friday, and end of technically now fall. So summer vacations are over, and it was still pretty crowded, but not too bad. And I got to see Old Faithful erupt, and I got to see the main thing that I wanted to see was the Grand Prism Spring, I think is what it's called. But it's just this eye with beautiful colors around it. I hiked to it, and right on the edge, I couldn't see anything. I was disappointed, and so almost out of a stroke of luck, I didn't even realize it existed. But I go down the road a little ways, and I see Fairy Falls. It was only like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so I was like, I still got 3 hours. Let me go check out this falls, because there's several falls there, and I didn't get to see any of them. And I start hiking out that Fairy Falls, find a park spot and hike out that saying it said Grand Prism Overlook. More importantly, it was half a mile, whereas the Fairy Falls is 2.5 miles one way. I was like, man, I don't know if I want to begin a 5-mile hike at 3 o'clock in the afternoon when I hadn't even gotten to Old Faithful yet. But luckily, I did see the half-mile hike to the Grand Prism Overlook, and it was everything I had hoped for. It was. I remember when I was down there, I looked up on that hill and thought, man, it would be really nice if I could get up on there and look down. But they are fairly strict about where you hike there, and that's deservedly so, because you could fall into one of those holes or damage the the life forms there, and or whatever, all sorts of things could be bad. It's a crazy place. I mean, it's a giant super volcano. A little bit unsettling to be walking the caldera of a giant super volcano basically the whole time you're there, but luckily it didn't explode while I was there. I mean, it's coming due. It's like every 60 or million years, I believe, and I think it's been 50 million, so we're within 10 million times. Of course, when it does explode, even in Florida, I probably wouldn't be safe. But yeah, still hopefully 10 million years away. But anyways, yeah, so I walked up there and I got some pictures up there and I got to really see that thing. I even got a pair of socks. They had a pair of socks in the gift shop that had the Grand Prism. It is beautiful. I mean, it is one of the most visually beautiful things ever. Colorful, occurring in nature. It is the most colorful thing I've ever seen occurring in nature, period. And it's beautiful. And it's awesome. And it's got steam coming out of the pool that is like a turquoise color, and all these colors of minerals from the minerals around it. Oh man, absolutely surreal. Seems like something from another planet. But yeah, glad I got to see that. That was awesome. That was another bucket list item. But yeah, I'm packing up here, cleaning up. Saturday I was gonna go, and I was also gonna go to Billings. I even bought the ticket for the Steel Panther concert, but I tried to get Monday off too, and my boss actually said no, which is a new thing for me, but probably not I don't know. I might get a permanent vacation, not too distant future, but he was probably justifying it, saying no, because my productivity has not been that great, to be honest, on this trip. I'm not going to lie, but so I have a reservation starting tomorrow night in Colorado, and I realized that was a 12-hour drive, and going to Billings only adds another couple hours to it. So I'd be looking at like a 14-hour drive on Sunday, then crash and get up and try to go to work the next morning. Probably not a good plan. I've seen Steel Panther many times. It would have been really cool to have seen him at a completely different venue. I wasn't going to go buy the VIP tickets, but the VIP tickets were sold out. If the VIP tickets hadn't been sold out, I probably would have. Of course, I didn't look to buy them until this week. But if the VIP tickets package hadn't been sold out, I would have probably bought that, and then I would have been going up there tonight to watch that, because that would have been a meet and greet, and I'd never met them before, and could have told them. I don't know how long I would get to talk to them, but maybe they would have been curious to know my fan relationship with them. But and the fact that I traveled for about 4,500 miles to get there to see them in Billings, Montana. But anyways, I've rambled on long. So this mountain here is pretty cool, little red hills. I think this is called the Red Hills. Red Hills, something or other, which makes sense because those are very red hills, as are those over there, which you can't barely see through the trees. But yeah, all right, that's enough from Bighorn Canyon. Next stop will be Colorado, and not a crazy part of Colorado, the boring southeast side of Colorado, but I'm beginning my long trek south. So yeah, I'm punting on Billings, and I'm going to go down to Cheyenne, make it across Wyoming today, and then I'll only have like a 4 or 5 hour drive to the Colorado campsite on Sunday, which will be much more manageable. Look how red my face is and lips. It's weird. Yeah, this is a pretty good camera on this phone, but that's a weird thing. It's a setting I can change, but yeah. So should be, and I'll I'll get to drive through most of Wyoming during the daylight. That'll be kind of neat. Beautiful place, beautiful state. I hope to come back and spend a lot more time here. Anyways, yeah, Bighorn Canyon National Recreation Area. 2 thumbs up. Excellent place. I would like to come back here and explore some more, especially next summer. As always, stay tuned.